Hey there, and welcome back to the Handmade Shop podcast. We are deep into December, and this is the perfect time to do a little shop reflection before the new year kicks in. One of the most helpful and honestly the most overlooked things that you can do right now is take a look at the listings that did not sell well this year. And I know that this is not a fun topic because our listings are so personal to us. What we make is so personal and important to us and so meaningful. But I want to shift how you think about this a little bit because listings that didn't perform are not necessarily failures, but they for sure are data and clues. And when you know how to look at them, they can help you make smarter and more profitable decisions moving into 2026. So, in today's episode, I want to walk you through what to do with the listings that did not sell this year without any of the shame or guilt or overwhelm, and definitely without wasting time fixing the wrong things. So, let's dive in. Step one is to start with the stats. Before you assume that a listing flopped and you should just quit selling it, I want you to actually check the facts. So open up your shop stats and ask, did this listing get any views at all? Where did that traffic come from? Maybe it was Etsy search or social, direct traffic, whatever it was. Was the traffic steady or just a quick spike? And if a listing did not get many views, the issue is probably visibility. It's not that the listing is bad, it's just that nobody had a chance to see it. Maybe the keywords didn't connect or the title and photos were not clear enough. Maybe the product just did not fit with what people were searching for this year. If the views were decent, on the other hand, but there weren't any sales, that's likely a conversion issue. People saw it, but they didn't buy it. And that is your cue to look at the photos, the pricing, the product fit, the reviews, maybe for sure the description, and figure out why people weren't buying. Either way, we're not guessing. This is about using the data to help you guide your next move. Step number two is to ask why it still matters to you. And this is the more personal side of it. It is important that we're factoring this in to the whole process. Do you even still want to sell this product? It might be something that you love making. Maybe it fills a gap in a product line. Maybe you just don't care anymore. It's taking up space at this point. And so you need to ask yourself if the product aligns with where you want to take your shop in the next year, if this is something that your ideal buyer is asking for or just something that you thought would sell. And then if it never sold again, would you actually miss it? Now, there's no wrong answer here. You're just deciding what deserves your time, your energy, and real estate in not just your shop, but in your brain too, moving forward. And then for step number three, we are going to make a decision. So once you've looked at the stats and you've clarified the purpose of the product, and if you want to work with it moving forward, you have three main options. For option one, we're going to refine the listing. If the listing got views, but it didn't convert, might just need a few small updates. Give it some fresh photos, make the description more clear and more benefit focused. You might want to tweak some keywords or add a variation or a bundle that really adds value. Sometimes even just one small change is all it takes to bring that listing back to life. I've had that happen with my students who've gone on to have these listings make thousands of dollars. So test one small change at a time and see if you can increase that conversion rate. For option number two, we're going to repurpose. If the product has potential, but it didn't quite land as is, I want you to think about if it could be offered in a new color or a new style, if it could work better in a gift set or some sort of seasonal listing. Maybe there's a different audience it might serve. You do not have to completely start over with this product, but reposition it in a way that makes more sense for the buyers who you are trying to reach. And then option number three is just going to be retire it. And sometimes it is best to just let a product go. That does not mean that the product was bad. It just wasn't a fit for your shop right now. Letting go of listings that are not aligned with your niche or how you want to run your business, or they don't support your goals, it makes room for stronger products to really shine and to get your focus. And the great news is that Etsy is going to reward that. When you are working on less things, when you're focusing on one product at a time, you're going to get traffic faster. Okay, just a few final thoughts for you before we end this episode for today. I want you to remember that listings that did not sell this year are not failures. It's just part of the process. Everybody has them, even shops making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Taking the time to review them right now in a way that is really calm and strategic, and most importantly, without judgment of either the product or you as business owner, is one of the most powerful ways to start 2026. So here's your quick checklist for this week. I want you to review your lowest performing listings in your shop stats. I want you to decide if each one is worth refining, repurposing, or retiring. And then I want you to give yourself full permission to let go of what is not serving you anymore. This is how you build a shop that grows specifically with intention. And shops that grow with intention grow faster. If you want help reviewing your listings, finding your best keywords, and planning your product line for 2026, I am more than happy to do that with you in a one-on-one coaching package. You do not have to guess or figure it out on your own. We will create a custom plan that fits your shop, your products, and your goals. You can apply at the link in the show notes or go to sarahjwagner.com/coaching. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next week.